Hey everybody, Scott from Loris Therapy, and thank you so much for getting into this course, how to cure super addicted clients if all they want to do is be resistant, have a tantrum, fight you, not listen to you, or all of those issues that you've got this skill that you want to be able to help people in your practice, and you've got this amazing skill set, whether you're a hypnotherapist, an NLP coach, or whatever it is that you're helping people with, whatever your modality is. Maybe you're helping people to get off cigarettes or off ice or off marijuana or alcohol, like whatever it is that you're helping people with. You need to get them to do two things. You need to get them to trust you and cooperate with you. If they're not doing those two things, nothing else matters. And that's why we've got this whole framework that we've done today. So welcome to week one. Let's get straight into this. So we've got this really cool framework that I love because it just makes so much sense. You can see, like, when the person's coming to you, generally they're not a bad person, but they are addicted. And if they're addicted, obviously they're not in their best frame of mind. They're desperate. They want the fastest possible solution. And then sometimes they fight you. Sometimes they go, you know, in this coaching, in this hypnotherapy stuff, I just didn't realize there'd be so much talking. And you're like, well, what else do you think happened in the session? Do you think it would be dancing? And so obviously you're not going to make that joke because that could be disrespectful to them. But in your head, you're like, what's this person going on about? Why are they fighting me so much? Instead of like, you've got an addiction. I've got the skill. I can help you. Why won't you do what I just tell you to do? Well, let's get into it. Like, how is the other person thinking? And what are the fastest tools and techniques that you can use right now to do this? So I want you to take a breath with me. Just do it, even the cool people. Take a breath out. Put down any distractions. Turn off your phone. Make sure that you're paying attention to this, and make sure you have a paper and pen, because this is important. You've spent money on this, and thank you again. I'm honoured. I love doing this work. Let's get straight into the framework. So this is the ABCD framework of what is going on when a person's addicted. So let's say that there's the positive stuff. It's a positive thing to get the benefits of an addiction. As in, like, they wouldn't be smoking, or they wouldn't be drinking, they wouldn't be smoking marijuana, they wouldn't be gambling, they wouldn't be doing all those addictive behaviours to get that quick high if there wasn't a positive. So if we can't admit that there's some good that comes through the addiction, then we can't think the same way as the other person. So once we realise that there is benefits, it's positive, and it's really fast, that's what people are attracted to. What you're trying to get them to is another positive, which is slow. And you're like, well, why, Scott? Why would anybody want a slow solution? Well, because it's not just slow, it's permanent. It's not like chasing the high that you've got to pay back double later. This is something that will grow and build upon itself. But the first few steps are really, really hard. And that's what you're asking people to do. So the correct behavior is where you want them to go. That's the B and the C. Now, the negative, the stuff that really, really sucks, is the addiction itself. Because it's terrible, because the model of addiction is, if by definition, a quick high plus something you've got to pay back later. The downside of the addiction is that it destroys lives. It costs people money in the future, and now. It costs people time, it costs people relationships, it costs people health. People can die, people can become sick, people can lose jobs, people can become so scattered in the brain that their life goes on a downward spiral. So this is the A, B, C, D model, that you've got the fast stuff, obviously, like, get the addiction, get the benefits of the addiction. It's really fast. Getting people to slow down, to stop and listen to you, that's the challenge. That's why we've got this framework on the other side of the board that we will get to very soon. The downside of the behaviour, the slow and negative, which is the downside of the behaviour, because it's slow, they don't care about the negative. So there's particular parts of the brain that are allocated to doing particular things. So if you think about, like, in the brain, that you've got pictures, sounds and feelings, you've got sensory organs, eyes, ears and touch for feeling. You've got parts in the brain that are sensory neurons, which are designed to interpret those sensory organs' data. And so you cannot emotionally feel a connection to stuff that happens outside of your frame of reference, and that's usually 90 days. So outside of 90 days, you don't care. Let's say, like, that if a tiger was going to come and get you right now, I'd be paying attention to it because it's right now, it's right here. It's fast, but slow. What if in, 30 years, 31, that a tiger was going to come to your house, maybe eat your family and stuff? You're like, yeah, that's horrible, but it's 31 years away, which means I've got 30 whole years of no tiger. So what if I just went, I'm a busy guy, I'm kind of a little bit busy this week and busy this month, when should I handle it? Later. And that's why people do nothing about it, but then they build the habit, and they build the habit, and they build the habit. So if you think about, like, there's a long tall field of grass, and then we get from one side to the other, so you push it with your hands or you stomp it with your feet. By the time you get to the other end, you've made a path. So the problem with this path is that it is so energy efficient to use the path again and again and again, that's why the downside of addiction comes, because even though it's slow, they're wearing this path every day to get the benefit of the addiction that leads them to the downside. If you want them to let go of the addiction, they need the correct behavior. The next part of this video is going to be about, because we're talking about over the next 3 weeks, 9 problems, 9 rapport problems that you're going to have with the client and how to fix them. Today we're just covering 3, next week another 3, and week 3 the last 3. So thank you again so much for being a part of this. And so in the next video, we're going to get onto the other side of this board, which is really cool. I am so excited to get into these because these are the first 3 problems. The CARE acronym, which is going to basically talk you through exactly how to fix it. So thank you again so much. Let's get into video 2.